Can we all be upstanding, please? Almighty God, we ask you that you be present at this meeting to assist us in our service to the community through local government. We pray our decisions will be wise and taken with goodwill and clear conscience. Amen. Item 2, Acknowledgement of Country. Town Shire Council acknowledges all the traditional custodians throughout the Shire. We recognise their continued care of lands and waters and their living knowledges and wisdom. We pay our respect as the elders past and present. We are committed to listening, working together to help build a stronger and more inclusive society. Item 3, Councillors and Office present at the meeting. Councillors Tolsha, Whitehead, Anderson, Wortman and Pittman. Other attendances are Ms Phelps, Chief Executive Officer, Mr Heritage, Director of Infrastructure and Environment, Mr Florence, Director of Community and Planning, Ms Taylor, Director of Corporate and Organisational Development. Item 4, apologies and granting a leave of absence. Do we have any? No. Disclosure of conflicts of interest. Do we have any? Yes, we do. Two. Yep. Thank you, Ms Taylor.
As I.
And Ms Phelps.
Conflict is on the subject now.
Yep, thank you. Confirmation of minutes, item 6. The minutes listed below are circulated to councillors following the meeting. Confirmation of the minutes are now sought. Minutes of the ordinary council meeting unconfirmed, 22nd of July 2026. There is a recommendation. Do we have a motion? Councillor Whitehead.
Thanks, Mr Mayor. I'd like to move that the minutes of the ordinary council meeting held on the 22nd of July 2026 be confirmed.
Thank you. Do we have a seconder? Councillor Pittman. So we have a motion. All in favour? Carried. Item 7, petitions and joint letters. We don't have any. Item 8, public question time. Nil, we do not have any. Item 9, informal meeting of councillors. In accordance with the council's governance rules, a written summary of the matters discussed at each informal meeting of councillors is to be tabled at the next convenient council meeting and recorded in the minutes of that meeting. So there are 4 workshop meeting records. We have a recommendation. Do we have a motion? Councillor Pittman.
Mr Mayor, I'd like to move that the information be noted.
Do we have a seconder? Councillor Anderson. We have a motion. All in favour? Carried. Item 10, organisational improvement. Excuse me. 10.1, action sheet report. Our CEO, Ms Phelps.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. Pleasing to report that all 3 items from the July council meeting have been completed. Thank you.
Thank you. We have a recommendation? No? Or we just...
That the report be noted.
Sorry?
That the report be noted.
We have a recommendation that the report be noted. Do we have a motion? Councillor Pittman.
Yes, Mr Mayor, I'd like to move that the report be noted.
Do we have a seconder? Councillor Anderson. We have a motion. All in favour? Carried. This is our 10.2, so we have to have a couple of people leave the room. So item 10.2, Chief Executive Officer leave request. The purpose of this report is to seek approval for the Chief Executive Officer to take annual leave over the period specified in this report and to appoint an acting Executive Officer for the period. The Chief Executive Officer has recommended that Ms Narelle Taylor, Director of Corporate Organisational Development, be appointed acting Chief Executive Officer for the period of leave from Monday the 21st of September to October the 12th, 2026 inclusive. We have a recommendation. Do we have a motion? Councillor Anderson.
Thanks, Mr Mayor. I'd like to move the recommendation as presented.
Do we have a seconder? Councillor Whitehead. All in favour? Carried. They're coming. pleased to advise that it was unanimous. You've got leave.
Oh, hang on, back this way. Excuse me.
Thank
I
you.
just need a drink of water.
Oh, sorry. All good. Item 10.3, Risk and Occupational Health and Safety Report. Our Director of Corporate and Organisational Development, Ms Taylor.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. So the purpose of this report is to provide an update on the activities within the Occupational Health and Safety and Risk team over the last period. Significant achievement during this period was the commencement of the implementation of the SkyTrust's software at the Corryong Depot. So this is a limited pilot program with just one work location. The staff have been provided with computer literacy training. We have appropriate devices to enable them to use the software, and they've had the training with 2 modules implemented and some positive feedback received so far. This is a pretty significant step for us, so we're very excited to have reached this milestone and to have had good feedback from that step. So there are some other projects that have had significant progress during the period, with operational task reviews implemented and continued development of the procedural framework for high-risk work activities during the period. And the recommendation is that the report be noted.
Thank you, Ms Taylor. Any questions or clarification?
Just a question on the implementation of the SkyTrust and how that's performing.
Ms Taylor?
Sorry, so through you, Mr Mayor, do you mean in particular details or anything?
Just how the staff are coping with the implementation. Are they picking it up quite well?
Yeah, yep. So post the training, we've had all staff complete a survey regarding how they found the training and how they found the software initially, and that was all very positive. And since then, it has been used by staff and with, I guess, good reports in terms of the functionality and how it's working.
Excellent.
Thank you. Any further questions, clarification? We have a recommendation. Do we have a motion? Councillor Pittman.
Yeah, Mr Mayor, I'd like to move that the Risk and Occupational Health and Safety Report be noted.
Thank you. Do we have a seconder? Councillor Whitehead. Would you like to speak to the motion, Councillor Pittman?
Yeah, I would. Thank you, Mr Mayor. Look, this has been, a lot of work's gone into this, and Council's been working pretty hard, and council officers have been working very hard to get better systems in place to track and OH&S reporting, and also to identify and control hazards in the workplace. I think this is an excellent program to get off the ground. Well done to you all for getting this happening.
Thank you. Councillor Whitehead.
No, thanks.
All right, we have a motion. All in favour? Carried. Item 11, Community Wellbeing. 11.1, Early Years and Family Services Report, January to June 2026. Our Director of Community Planning, Mr Florence.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. Purpose of this report is to provide a 6-month update on the early years services from January the 1st to the 30th of June 2026, and that includes the maternal child health service as well. It's quite evident through the report that the number of activities and programs being offered by the early years and MCH service is quite extensive over that 6 months. There's a real good balance between practical activities for children and families, and also some good results in terms of assessment and ratings that have been conducted by the regulatory authorities, which shows that Tallangatta and Corryong are meeting the standards prescribed by the national frameworks, and that Bellbridge service is undertaking that process at the moment. So all in all, it's a really extensive report showing that our services meeting all the requirements of the services, and the recommendation is for the report to be noted. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions or clarifications? No? We have a recommendation. We have a motion. Councillor Anderson,
Thanks, Mr Mayor. I'd like to move the report be noted.
do we have a seconder? Councillor Wortman, would you like to speak to the motion?
Thank you, Mr Mayor. Thanks to the Director for the report and update on all the early years services and their assessments and ratings. That's terrific. But I did want to acknowledge the work the maternal child health nurse team does, because the support that they provide to community families is so vast. It's really, it's terrific, and it's good to see that they get that support for under 5-year-olds, because they probably need it. So thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Anderson. Councillor Wortman?
Thank you, Mr Mayor. Yeah, totally agree with Councillor Anderson. Thanks to the Director for the report. It is an extensive report, and look, there's a lot of fantastic work happening in this space, and so important to our young families. Thank you.
Thank you. So we have a motion. All in favour? Carried. Item 12.1, Asset Management Plan 2025-2035. Our Director of Infrastructure and Environment, Mr Heritage.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. Mr Mayor, I'd like to move that we defer this due to the fact of our inability to actually have this at a workshop and workshop plan. So I'd like to move this to the next council meeting with the ability to workshop it at the next workshop.
Thank you, Mr Heritage. So we have a recommendation. Do we have a motion? Councillor Whitehead.
I'd like to move that we move this item to our next council meeting, and with the ability to workshop in between.
Thank you. Do we have a seconder? Councillor Pittman. Like to speak to it? No. We have a motion. All, do we agree? Yep. Carry. Scrolling through. Item 12.2, Asset Management Report. Our Director of Infrastructure and Environment, Mr Heritage.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. The report presents an update on operations of asset management activities associated and income and expenditure up to June 2026. The report prepares quarterly by the Infrastructure and Environmental Department. Asset Management Team provides Council with an overview of progress against key asset management activities and the delivery of priorities outlined in the Council Plan 25 to 29. During this report period, the Asset Management Team primary focus has been delivering of emergency works associated with AGRN 1281 Towong flood event. While the original completion timeframe was early June 26, Council's application for an extension to the end of 25-26 financial year was approved, enabling all eligible emergency works to be completed within the revised timeframe and in accordance with the funding requirements. The Asset Management Team continues to work closely with Yellow Boots Group as detailed surveys, investigation and engineering assessments are undertaking on flood damaged structure to support the reconstruction of essential public assets, which commenced on 1st of July 26. Throughout the winter period, routine maintenance of the temporary ford crossings and bridge abutments will continue to be undertaken to maintain safe access until permanent reconstruction works are completed. There is an asset management table with activities presented in the report, and for the report to be noted. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr Heritage. Any questions or clarification? Yeah, Councillor Whitehead.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. I guess just and it might be too long a answer, but what's the time frame do you think on those major projects? Are we're looking 6 months or 12 months or 2 years, because there's so much in this. How quickly can we turn some of that around? Because there's bridges and roadworks and stuff as well, isn't it?
Through you, Mr Mayor, correct, Councillor Whitehead. So there is bridges and roadworks. So a lot of the accesses have all been fully re-established.
Yep.
But coming back to the structure work, we're currently in design stages and preparing that package now. So the best case scenario would be 12 months to get that fully re-established. The worst case, probably 2 years, if that makes sense. So, and we're aiming for the best case. So we're on track for the best case as well, is what I'd say.
Right, thank you.
Any other questions, clarifications? No, we have a recommendation. Do we have a motion? Councillor Wortman.
Thanks, Mr Mayor. I'd like to move that the report be noted.
Thank you. Do I have a seconder? Councillor Pittman. Would you like to speak to the motion, Councillor Wortman?
Thanks, Mr Mayor. Yeah, look, I thank the Director for the report. I just want to emphasise the disaster recovery funding arrangements. We know how important they are to a small rural council, that we give some assistance on this, and we know we'd like to go further and do betterment, but that's another argument. But I just see the extension for the Walwell bushfires, and then the application for the flood in Burrowee is just about to go through. I just want to thank everyone for the amount of work that's gone into that, because I know there's a lot of work as well as business as usual. So well done.
Thank you. Would you like to speak to it?
Yeah, Mr Mayor, I just reiterate what Councillor Wortman has just said. You know, there's business as usual is quite a lot of work for this council anyway, and to see the staff step up to the plate with this extra work created by fires and floods is really impressive, actually, that they've got the results they have, and you know, well done to everybody.
Yeah, just got to reiterate the same thing. There's a lot of work in bushfire and flood recovery, and you're doing a great job. I know contractors are a good support as well, and it does take time to get these things to happen. It's the documentation, then it's the funding agreement, and then there's actually trying to get the contractors and do the work. It all just takes time, but to get access back to those people as quick as you have, it's been good. Thank you. So we have a motion. All in favour? Carried. Item 12.3, Capital Works Report, our Director of Infrastructure and Environment. Thank you, Mr Heritage.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. This is the Capital Works report to the end of June 26. Council Capital Works program totals 15.3 million and includes 61 projects comprising both new initiatives and carryover works from previous years. The 14 largest projects account for approximately 38% of the overall budget. Of these projects, one is currently in the engagement and design phase, 4 are under construction and 9 have been completed. The remaining projects are on track for completion within the 26-27 financial year or in accordance with their scheduled delivery timelines. The Hanson Street upgrade is continuing to progress and is currently in the final stages with the Department of Transport and Planning. Community consultation has been completed and will continue throughout the design and construction phase. Delivery of stage 1 will commence once the detailed designs received final approval from DTP. Annual programs for road resealing, guardrail replacement, gravel resheeting and footpath renewal have also been finalised with the current financial year, supporting the ongoing maintenance and improvement of Council's infrastructure network. And for the report to be noted. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr Heritage. Any questions or clarification? I have one. Resealing program. We see how important it is when we have a look at our other roads, state roads in our shire that haven't been done for quite some time, and I think the resheeting program is an important thing to maintain our roads to a certain standard. Just a comment. Councillor Wortman.
Thanks, Mr Mayor. I just see we've got a budget and then the column for the budget and then a column for the expenditure. I just see some have exceeded budget. Yeah, well, the one, Walwell fire station is the one that stood out to me.
Yes, through you, Mr Mayor. That is correct, Mr Wortman. I will bring that to this afternoon's discussion.
Yep.
So that has exceeded the budget due to requirements of a toilet block, which then led to additional costs.
Yep.
So, and I'll walk you through that this afternoon.
Terrific, thank you for that explanation.
Have we done mover and seconder yet?
No, we haven't.
We haven't. So we have a recommendation, we have a motion. Councillor Anderson?
Thanks, Mr Mayor. Could I please move the report be noted?
Thank you. Do I have a seconder? Councillor Whitehead, would like to speak to the motion?
Thanks, Mr Mayor. I just wanted to thank the staff for the continued community consultation through these projects, because it's such an important part of everything we do. So glad to see that's continuing. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Whitehead?
Just to add to that, if I could, Mr Mayor, the year-to-date spend, 12 mil, is up there. I know the budget was 15, but I think to actually get 81% completed with the fires and floods that we've had, as spoken to with the previous item, I think it's a credit to the team, because a lot of our resources have had to be diverted and work elsewhere. So I think a really great result considering the circumstances. And I know Hanson Street's probably one that's been ongoing for some time, and looking forward to some soil getting turned there and that project getting underway, because it's probably a big part of what hasn't happened yet. So thank you very much to the team.
Thank you. So we have a motion. All in favour? Carried. Item 12.4, road deviation and land exchange, Lake Road, Bethanga. Our Director of Infrastructure and Environment, Mr Heritage. It's the Heritage Show.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. So this is to resolve a little land encroachment issue. So the purpose of this report is to seek approval to proceed with a road deviation at 1033 Lake Road, Bethanga. Historically, the owners of Lake Road, Bethanga have encroached onto their unused government road reserve, currently subject to a grazing licence. To resolve the encroachment and facilitate the future sale of the property, a road deviation is proposed. DECA has provided consent for the proposed road deviation. There is no formed public road at this location, with the reserve being retained for potential future road purposes. The area of the road reserve proposed to deviate is 4,068 metres squared, with an equivalent area of adjoining private land to be exchanged. To rectify the encroachment and alignment land occupation with property boundaries, the landowner engaged a licensed surveyor who prepared a proposal for a road deviation and associated land exchange. The proposal involves the deviation of the area of unused government road reserve to an equivalent area of adjoining freehold land, maintaining the overall road reserve corridor. As the proposal involves the deviation on Crown land, consent has been obtained from the Minister of Environment, DECA, and the Local Government Act requires this. The proposed deviation is shown on the plan attached, with the existing unused government road reserve being relocated to the adjoining land identified on the plan. And then as per the recommendation, sir.
Thank you, Mr Heritage. Any questions or clarification? No. We have a recommendation. Do we have a motion? Councillor Pittman.
Mr Mayor, I would like to move that the recommendation be adopted as presented.
Thank you. Do we have a seconder? Councillor Anderson. Would you like to speak to the motion, Councillor Pittman?
Yeah, Mr Mayor, I think it makes perfect common sense. I think unfortunately these things do happen now and again historically, where you know the boundary lines get misplaced, or people don't understand quite where they are. And I think this is a good way of resolving that issue for the future of that particular plot of land. and particularly for the resale and clarity of that.
Thank you. Councillor Anderson?
No, thank you.
All right, we have a motion. All in favour? Carried. Item 13, 13.1, planning permit application 125127 Lake Road, Bellbridge. Our Director of Community and Planning, Mr Florence.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. In light of some new information that's been provided in recent times, I would make the recommendation that this item be deferred to a forthcoming council meeting to enable officers to consider that information and determine whether their assessment is affected or not.
Thank you, Mr Florence. So we have a recommendation. Do we have a motion? Councillor Wortman.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. Yeah, I'd like to move that we defer this item to a future council meeting and we get further information and clarification.
Thank you. Do we have a seconder? Councillor Anderson. So, yep. So we have a motion. All carried? All up? Carried. I was just reading the room. It's all right, I'm just scrolling down. That was a long one too. Yep. Item 13.2, road names. Multi-lot development Bellbridge. We'll have our Director of Community and Planning, Mr Florence. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. Note the nervous twitch in relation to street names. Purpose of this report is to have council consider the endorsement of road names for the new subdivision, proposed subdivision at Bellbridge. The names provided reflect a theme connected to Lake Hume, the construction of, or just the prominence to that. So there's 5 names there that are suggested by the developer. The second item is a track in Bethanga, which is being recommended for naming to create some permanent addresses for residents along that track and to create the requirements for emergency management as well. I do note that in the report there's one section that calls it Herzog Lane. It is actually Herzog Track as in the recommendation, so just a clarity there. So the recommendation is as presented.
Thank you, Mr Florence. Any questions or clarification? No? We have a recommendation. Do we have a motion? Councillor Anderson.
Thanks, Mr Mayor. I'd like to move the recommendation as presented.
Do we have a seconder? Councillor Wortman. Would you like to speak to the motion? Councillor Anderson.
Thanks, Mr Mayor. Another step forward, so that's very good. Thank you.
Councillor Wortman.
Yeah, thanks, Mr Mayor. As the report says, I think this is pretty important that the public understand this. Under the naming rules for places in Victoria for road names, public consultation is not required as part of any new subdivision development. And as we know, that we all know that has been controversial. And then, as far as the unnamed track, we do have to consult for that. And so it's just, I just want to differentiate between that. And Herzog Track, I knew the Herzogs, yeah, and it's good that that name has been adopted, yeah.
Thank you. So we have a motion. Are we in favour? Thank you. Item 14, environmental sustainability. There are no environmental reports. Economic and tourism. There are no economic or tourism development reports. Item 16, councillor's report. I have a mayor's report. Quite a busy little month. I'll just take it as everything read. Cross-border forum, roundtable with Bev MacArthur, Toolangatta Integrated 10th birthday, Acting Emergency Management Commissioner visit, which was a lot of excitement at the end of the evening when my keys were locked in the car. The Walwa Lions Club, Toolangatta Heritage Historical Group and the Hume Region Network. There were also 4 letters that I sent off. So yeah, it was a busy week. So, questions, clarifications? Go, Dave. Councillor Waltman, sorry.
Thanks, Mr Mayor. The Talangadest Heritage Historical Group, I see 16 people attending, which is very, very good.
There was a lot of interest there. They do have a president now, Brian O'Reilly. They have a secretary treasurer. They have a VP. They're going to move forward as quickly as they can. They want to get a location because Ray Crispin's got some stuff there that he wants to get moved out of his place. They've got to store it somewhere. They're going to be a very, very active group, and they're going to set it up properly and go through the whole process. Brian O'Reilly's very much into the history and on top of it all. He's got a lot of stuff as well. I think it's going to be a positive thing for the community, and then Ray can be out of the loop and can do his own thing with what he's got left. But yeah, no, it was really positive. It's really good.
That's great.
Yeah. Right, we have a recommendation. We have a motion. Dave?
Thank you, Mr Mayor.
Councillor Waltman, sorry.
That information be noted.
Thank you. We have a seconder. Councillor Pittman. All right, we have a motion. We all agree. Carried. Item 17, urgent business. There is
Excuse
no...
me, Mr Mayor. I have
Sorry.
some reports as well.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Yes. Councillor
Thank you.
Anderson, you've got some reports. You did actually ask me about that.
That's all right, they weren't written down. Okay. I attended the celebration of the 40 years of Landcare in North East Victoria on the 9th of August. We had 15 of our local outstanding Landcare volunteers receive awards from 5 years to 30 years service, which was amazing. We also had a Rising Star Award, which is great because it's nice to see young people coming through, which was Simon Felgate from the Mitta to Murray Landcare Group. And we also were proud to have 2 honour awards in our shire of Jim DeHennon from the Mitta to Murray Landcare Group and Lynn Colston from the Upper Murray Landcare Network. So just wanted to congratulate all those recipients and because they compliment council really with the work that they do, so thank you to them. And also on the 21st of August I attended the Knitting Nanas presentation of the 110 petitions or statements of support to the media and prospective candidates, and that was all to do with these were the petitions that were signed for a new hospital at Albury-Wodonga, a new single site greenfield hospital for Albury-Wodonga. I just did want to thank, we also took our 741 petitions along, which we all collected along with Peter Joyce, now Kate Wheeler and Gary Johnson, who assisted us go around before we had our rally in Corrion. So we took them along and handed them over, and Kerry Stevenson happens to be one of the Knitting Nanas that I found out. So I know Kerry from Talgano, so she presented them to go along with the 12,101 petitions. So it was well attended. So from there, I believe that they'll be going through to Parliament, hopefully, by representatives in both Victorian and New South Wales state government to understand that we all are very concerned with what's happening there. So thank you to those passionate, committed, determined nanas. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Anderson. Councillor Waltman?
Thanks, Mr Mayor. Yeah, I will give a verbal report on I represent Townsville Shire on the Murray-Darling Association, and we had our meeting on the 7th of of this month. Just one thank you. Aubrey City always hosts the meeting, and I must thank them. They do a great job, and they take it very seriously. Their deputy CEO is always in attendance, and and our guest speaker was the new federal member for Farrer, David Farley, and I must say he was a great speaker, and he knows everything. He knows a lot about water, and I thought the information he provided was very interesting. Yeah.
Very good. So, just a recommendation that the reports be noted. Yep.
A motion.
And a motion.
I'll move that
Councillor Whitehead.
the reports be noted.
Have a seconder. Councillor Pittman. All in favour? Carried. Thank you for those reports. Item 17, urgent business. We have no urgent business. Item 18, committee minutes. There are no committee meeting minutes. Item 19, 19.1, policies for adoption. Our Director of Corporate Organisation and Development, Ms Taylor.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. There are two policies attached for adoption. So there's the updated flag flying policy and an amended public transparency policy. Relatively minor amendments have been made to the policies and are included with track changes to identify what those changes are. And the recommendation is that the policies are adopted with the CEO authorised to make minor administrative changes where necessary.
Thank you. Any questions, clarifications? Just one. We're going to have the spot for 3 flags at Tallangata very soon, so we can fly the 3, which is good. That's all. We have a recommendation. We have a motion. No. Councillor Anderson.
Thanks, Mr Mayor. I'd like to move the recommendation as presented.
We have a seconder. Councillor Whitehead. Would you like to speak to the motion? No.
Thank you.
We have a motion. All those in favour? Carried. 19.2 for review, Director of Corporate and Organisational Development, Ms Taylor.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. So the purpose of this report is to table the 4 policies listed: the community engagement policy, social media policy, asset valuation and issue resolution, for review with officer recommended changes to come back to council for future adoption. And the recommendation is that the policies tabled for review be noted.
Thank you. Question, clarification? No. We have a recommendation, we have a motion. Councillor Pittman.
Through you, Mr Mayor, I'd like to move that the policies tabled for review be noted.
Thank you. Have a seconder. Councillor Whitehead. Like to speak to it?
Only I think it's an important step in going through our policies and making sure things are up to date, making sure we're, we need to move with the times a bit. Sometimes societal expectations change and legislation requirements change, and it's good to go through and review these policies and make sure we're up to date.
Councillor Whitehead?
No, nothing.
I just got to say, social media is one that we've really got to keep up the track and keep up to date with it. So, yeah. So, we have a motion? Yep. All in favour? Carried. Item 20, sealing of documents. There are none. Item 21, confidential. No. Item 22, closure of meeting. Thank you for participating.